Dr. Templeman, as a family physician for over 25 years, do you ever have patients that come in and say, "I'm so tired, I have no energy"?
Well, people coming in saying, look, my get up and go is gone, is very, very common, because that leads into other problems, health problems. And so it's one of the most common things that doctors see, and it's also one of the most difficult ones to treat, because after you've done your blood work and you find that there's nothing wrong with the thyroid and that the blood levels are normal, where do you go? Because there aren't drugs that you can use to give someone energy. And so I recognize that in the various roles that we play, maybe we're students, maybe we're teachers, maybe we're parents, maybe we're workers, and there's a time in the day when you just need a little bit more clarity, just a little bit more energy. And to be able to get that predictably and safely is extremely important. And so out there in a marketplace where people suffer from this lack of energy, we found a number of things that have flooded in that I really can't endorse. These are things that are loaded with stimulants. They have thousands of times more vitamin B than the body would normally physiologically see. And we don't know what the event of, what the end point is of using that much vitamin B. It has sugar, sometimes tablespoons full of sugar in a single dose. Now, any doctor in a responsible way is not going to be recommending those kinds of things. So I have been looking and using for quite some time now a product. It's called Limitless. I don't have any hesitation in recommending it as something that is safe as a means of getting a little boost in your energy in a normal and natural way, because it does have stimulants in it. The stimulants actually come from green tea and gotu kola. Now, those are plants, and when the body sees the kind of stimulant, the caffeine that is in these natural products, it sees it like a food, whereas a synthetic caffeine is going to be seen like a drug and treated differently by the body. It also has mangosteen in it, and we've talked before, and certainly it isn't hard for people to find out the multiple benefits of the mangosteen in terms of nutritional intervention. It has apple polyphenols. Polyphenols are the elements that plants use to protect themselves against environmental challenge, and that inferentially, if we take them into our body, should have some value nutritionally for us. There are lots of preclinical science out there that says that it does. It has GABA in it. Now, GABA is something which is a neurotransmitter. It's an amino acid, but it isn't ever part of a protein. We think of amino acids as building blocks to protein. But GABA is a neurotransmitter that actually calms. And so it's nice that if you're going to take a stimulant, that you have something on the other side of the scale that's going to help calm. Panax ginseng. Does anybody need to be convinced that ginseng has value for the body? And especially when we're talking about mental clarity and energy, these are things that everybody basically understands who looks at food and supplements as having some real intrinsic value. And finally, it's got taurine, another amino acid, which is used up when there's energy. But I want to emphasize that this is not just for gym rats. This is for people who are looking for a little bit of clarity and extra energy during the day on a temporary basis to look after the performance that they need intellectually and physically. So whether you're in the gym, or whether you're in your workplace, or whether you're trying to keep up with your kids, it's a great thing to have.
Now, many of the products that I've seen on the market have as a sweetener an ingredient called sucralose. Could you address sucralose for us, please?
Well, that's a whole other topic. These kind of sugar substitutes like aspartame, sucralose, and things of that nature really are, in my mind, damaging and dangerous. There are things from the natural world, however, as sugar substitutes, such as stevia, that just don't have those kinds of drawbacks. And that's what is in this particular product.
Thank you for sharing Limitless with us today.
You're welcome.